So you want to be a successful trader, how to get there. This video, we're going to break it down, these 9 steps to get you to find consistency, profitability, and ultimately make you a successful trader in any market you choose. Keep that in mind, whether you're doing penny stocks, options, Forex, futures. These steps are going to translate across all those markets and something you need to make sure you're doing in your trading. And if not, spend the time and learn how to do these so you could do it yourself. We have a lot of other videos on our channel, but I also want to offer you guys this free 5-day boot camp. That link is in the description. Absolutely free. We'll take you through action steps so you can learn your pair, get in sync with it, and start to understand how price flows for that pair you are trading. So let's get into it. So the first thing, pretty obvious, right? Maybe not so obvious because you're anxious to get into trading, but you need to understand the basics and not just quickly read over them, but truly understand the basics. And what do I mean by that? Well, you need to understand the market you're choosing to trade. I've had a lot of experience in the Forex markets and options, and ultimately, I ended up in the futures markets, and that's where I continue to find my success and profitability week over week, month over month. And that is where right now I am happy with trading. Maybe I'll revisit Forex, but we don't know. Right now, I'm focusing on futures, specifically the E-mini S&P 500, and it's treating me well. Everything I need to do. Besides knowing the market, you also need to know the software you're trading with, the platform, how to place trades, how to buy, how to sell, take profits, stop loss, all that stuff, because you don't want to worry about this when you are live in the markets going to trade. You want to know exactly what to do, how to do it, and just execute when you're in the live market. Number 2, you need to develop a trading strategy. Now, what is this? Well, you need to have a system that says when price does this or when this indicator does this, I want to get in here and I want to get out of a trade, a losing trade here. That's my bottom line. And I want to see profit go up to here. And then you want to define other stuff like how many trades you're going to take a day. If you lose, what happens, right? All that stuff. And we do offer a journal on theforexation.com. The first thing you do in your new journal is write and define your trading strategy so you know the exact rules and you can reference them every day to make sure you're actually sticking to the plan. Number 3 is learn technical analysis. Now, there are many, hundreds, maybe even thousands, who knows, maybe even hundreds of thousands of ways to do technical analysis. There's so many indicators, there's so many combinations of indicators that you could do that really it's infinity at the end of the day, right? You could mix and match anything, have different rules, all that stuff. But you need to find, if you're going to use indicators, 1 to 3, no more than 3, and use them together to create a story for what price is going to do and how you want to take a trade to buy or to take a trade and sell in the market and all that stuff. Me personally, I just use time and price action. Maybe I'll draw out some lines in certain areas or some boxes of zones I'm looking at, and that's pretty much all I do. I don't use any actual indicators. I do all the stuff manually because I like to get in sync with the market and actually, when I work it out subconsciously and just knowing price zones and levels and just having that confidence of where price is going, that is what works for me. And if that sounds something interesting to you, that is what our 5-day free boot camp covers. And click that link in the description. Just put your email in, absolutely free. We'll start emailing you every day with action steps to start to get in sync with price. Number 4 is you manage risk. So think about, we're going to create a scenario right now. You could possibly lose $600 and possibly win $400. So you're willing to potentially lose more money than you're going to make. Doesn't sound good, right? But if you reversed it, you could potentially win 600 and you could potentially lose 400. Now that's getting better ratios because say you won, you got 600 bucks. You go on another trade and lose. You lost 400, but guess what? You have 200 left over in profit. Where if we flipped the roles, you would have been negative 200, right? So you want to make sure you're always potentially able to make more money than you're potentially able to lose. Now, see how I say potentially, because every trade you want to be able to accept whether you win or lose and make sure that that risk management is proper, because losing is going to happen. But you want to be comfortable losing because, hey, I had two trades and I took a loss. Well, I'm up 400 bucks, right? Or however your ratio is, right? So that's the name of the game. You want to make it so when you lose, it doesn't really affect your overall profit, and it ultimately leaves you in profit. And after you're able to stack your profits, you could take multiple losses and still not wipe out your profits. Number 5 is probably the hardest part, and that is controlling your emotions. I mean, most of us are emotional people, right? Whether it's in trading or what people think of you or just anything in life, right? You want to be able to control this, because emotional trading will lead to greed and hoping and all that stuff that does not work in trading, because the markets don't care what you hope for or what you are wanting to get more out of, right? So you need to control your emotions and come level headed in the markets, and that's why you are developing a trading strategy, you know, technical analysis, and you have a good risk management system in place, and that all those will help check your emotions, because you could refer to those and say, hey, this rule in my trading strategy has not played out yet. So even though you want to get in a trade, we're not getting in a trade yet until it plays out. Number 6, and that is to continuously learn and test. So there is no finish line. You develop a trading strategy, you know technical analysis, you got a good risk management system in place, you're working on controlling your emotions. But if you have consistent losses and you go analyze those losses, if is there something that's the same in every single one of those losses? If so, you could add that into your trading strategy, and you'll be aware, hey, when this happens, I've lost. And every single loss I've had, the same thing happened. And now you're going to minimize losses, ultimately growing your profits and consistency to become that successful trader that you desire. Number 7 is track, analyze your performance. So, trading journal again, forexation.com. You can get yourself one. We go over monthly, weekly, daily, and you're tracking all your performance, your emotions, the time you execute, the news for that day, and you're collecting all this data so you could analyze it and say, hey, I may have just had two losses in a row, but I could reference, hey, overall, I'm up $1,000 for the week, or I'm up, $1,000 for the month. And that will keep you in check, control your emotions, and say, hey, I'm doing what I need to do. Losing's part of the game. It's going to happen, but I'm still in profitability. Don't get emotional. Don't change my strategy, and just keep doing it over and over again. Number 8, this is if you want to really start to develop yourself, have someone guide you continuously forward and not get lost and get stuck in your emotions and the ups and downs of trading. Now, it's going to happen, but if you have a mentor to guide you and say, listen, trust me, I know you're feeling this way, but you need to do this. And what you're doing here is actually what you need to keep doing over and over again. And I promise you, it's going to play out. And there's that community side. You want to be with like-minded traders to support each other and grow with each other, because trading, when you're at your computer alone, may get a little lonely. You may question yourself and all that stuff. But if you got a good, strong community around you, you can lift each other up and continue to develop forward. Now, we do offer that at the forexation.com. You can get in our community. You could see all my trades broken down and explained to you. We could talk about strategy, and then as well as just an open community forum where you could help and support each other and give each other advice and help each other become more successful. I'm active in there. I'm posting every day. So if you want to join that, forexation.com. And if you click that link in the description for the free bootcamp, we'll also show you how you could get into that community as well. And the last thing, we already talked about it, but to get started for free and start getting in sync with price in your pair, take our free 5-day boot camp. Click that link below, put your email in. Each day we'll send you an action item with an Excel sheet to track your data, and you'll have hardcore data for your pair you're trading so you can become more confident and in sync with price, and ultimately that's going to lead to more consistency and profitability in your trading. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, thumbs up, help us grow and connect to more serious and dedicated traders like yourself. And we'll see you on the inside on that boot camp. I can't wait to go through that with you.